Good morning, this is Joanne from Colorado. And I thought because the light's right and there aren't a ton of hummingbirds in the garden at this minute, they usually show up in a whole bunch in a few minutes. But anyway, I don't know where they hang out for the night, but I wanted to show you what kind of flowers. Once again, every year I try to do this a time or two. What kind of flowers I plant to attract hummingbirds. And so today, this is not the best view of these, but bees balm. Bees balm is one of their favorites, and it's a perennial, and it is blooming first thing in the spring. And I usually have several flower pots full of it. Zinnias are another plant that they really like. They're bright. They have a lot of pollen in them somewhere, somehow in there. Anyways, they go to those. As you can tell, I have a lot of red, rocking red salvia. These are not perennials here in Colorado, but they are a definite hummingbird favorite. This is an annual salvia, and they definitely like this. This will reseed, and it'll fill up a big area. It'll give you a couple foot plant, and lots of blooms. Canna lilies, they like as well. And I like them for the center of my pots because they give them something really tall in the center. Nice bright flowers, and they really like to perch on them sometimes. You can see how tall my zinnias are. They are over 6 foot tall, not counting the pot. So anyway, the rockin' red salvia. There's purple. If I can get down here to it. Purple salvia, as well as black and blue, which is also a purple. And I try to make sure I have those. And this is another one. It's magenta. So those are my 3 favorite colors of that variety of salvia. And this over here is another salvia that I plant from seed, and it reseeds. And they really like these. It looks like a pineapple sage, but it's not. It was in a pack of seeds I got on Amazon, and it has just done well. This is another one of my red canna lilies. This isn't their favorite. Their favorite one is definitely, I'll show you. I'll get there. Anyways, this is hummingbird mint or hyssop. This is a peach one, and they really like it. It does well. It's a perennial. It comes back. I don't know to what zone. These are hot lips salvia, and there's also a perennial variety that is hot lip sage, and it comes back. I guess if treated right, if it doesn't get too cold. I have a whole bunch of Vermillionaire around the bird bath. If this bird bath was anywhere else, the hummingbirds would be in it nonstop. But it's right next to us, and for some reason or other, they just don't go to it here. So the other birds do, if we're not here. I've planted a lot of the Spanish flag vine. Last year in July, this was blooming like crazy. I have a few blooms out front, I'll show you. This should have blooms all over it. They're not there yet, but I did put a fast start fertilizer on it yesterday in hopes that it would, oh, well, I don't know where I'm focused on that, but it looks like, sometimes I can see things better with the camera zoomed in than I can with my eyes. That looks like it might have a bloom head in there. Sorry. Not positive. A little shaky today. I had a thing removed from my head yesterday and I'm a little shaky. And if you ever see these guys on your plants, that's what they do to them. Japanese beetles, get some Dawn dishwasher soap, or dishwashing soap, put it in a cup of water, stir it up, knock them in it, and get rid of them. And you won't have to poison things that your hummingbirds get into. So here I have mixed a great big pot of salvia and very brightly colored zinnias. And as you can see, there's a lot of them. They love those. I have a little white salvia. I really don't ever see them go to it. A little more of the Spanish flag vine. And a lot more Vermillionaire and salvia. And I have more red salvia and more purple salvia. And they come to this all the way around the pot. And I can sit right over there and photograph them. I have a hanging basket which has superbenia, some little super bells, and bacopia. And I have too many flowers blocking my view of being able to photograph this, but they do go to these a lot. So another thing you need to attract hummingbirds is definitely water, moving water. These are little bird baths that I designed. Yesterday I saw one little hummingbird sitting in the water and another one just hovering in the air trying to get in. More salvia close, more of the red salvia. And these are the canna lilies that they like the best. This one's about done, but they're little blooms. And I don't know, they just, maybe they hold more nectar, I don't know, but they love it. There's another little bird bath for them. Another giant zinnia plant. Those blooms are at least 7 feet tall. I have lots more salvia, another bird bath. Those are supposed to be bubbling out of the center, and that's where they like it the best. I have them on a plug-in. I need to recenter that one, but anyway. I have a lot of the magenta salvia here. Nice big plant of it. This is moonflower, Spanish vine, and heavenly blue morning glories, none of which are blooming yet. All of them should be. A big honeysuckle. Sometimes it'll have thousands of blooms, and because the grasshoppers, I think, are eating most of the leaves, and I have poison for them, but I don't want to hurt my hummingbirds, so I haven't put it on them. This is a pink hot lips. I think this is a sage, hot lips sage. More of the salvia, more of the purple salvia, more of my red salvia. And the more flowers you have around the yard, the more hummingbirds you can attract. This is a massive, it's a 22-inch pot, but lots and lots of the hyssop or hummingbird mint in it. And as you can see, there's a lot of little trumpet flowers for them, and more that open every day. So they are regularly around this. That's a nice bright red canna, but it is not, it's finished blooming and the new one hasn't bloomed yet. So I'm going to pause this and step over to the front yard and try to show you what those other blooms look like. Outside my fence, I have some, oh man, just slipped my mind. But anyways, you know what these are, cosmos. They like those. Some more of the hummingbird mint. Some more hyssop. Or, sorry, that might be a variety of salvia, sorry. That's a perennial, it does come back. They like cone flowers. And these I plant so the perennials come back. I have some more hyssop in there in the mix. And more cosmos. This hanging basket looks sadder than any hanging basket I think I have ever planted for them. This, I'm sorry, I'll try to focus on it. There we go. That is the Spanish flag vine. And it should have those kind of blooms everywhere. Like they come up like that. Everywhere there's like a leaf, then there's a stem, and it has shoots of flowers. And then these pots, I have salvias, I have penstemon, different kind of penstemon, zinnias, Vermillionaire, more zinnias, more hyssop, more salvia, and this is another hot lip sage. It's a perennial. I don't know if it'll come back, but I try to protect them so they do. And another pot full of zinnias and Vermillionaire with a stick so they can perch on it, and they perch on every one of those little branches all the time. Probably if I wasn't here at this moment, they would be sitting right up on top of there right now. I also have a few of the little millionaire, a little Bacopa, some small zinnias, some lantana, all of which are flowers they like. On the back side of this zinnia is some more hot lips. I don't know if they do snapdragons. Those I planted wild so I'd have something that looked pretty on the ground, and they came back. This is my shade plant right out the window. And this is a fuchsia that was doing really well, but the weather's just been kind of weird. Went from extremely hot to decently cool and wet and shady, cloudy. So I try to put, let's see, several varieties. There we go. Several varieties of fuchsias in here with different kinds and shapes of blooms. So those are all in there. And then, because I sold their bird bath that I made, this is just a little bird bath with a little twig that goes across, a little pump in the center, and a bunch of little rocks. Nice, smooth little river rocks. And then a couple of flat stones that are just at the right depth for them to be able to dip down into the water. And I might could raise one of those just to see if it gives them a place out of the water. And my bare feet just don't really want to step on that again. I'm going to raise the level of this. There. So that stone is almost at the surface. Actually, for the hummingbirds, I just like to have something that's close. I should put a little pipe out of that or straw so they can stand on it where the water comes out. They really like to do that. Anyway, that is my hummingbird garden. That is what I do if you want to have hummingbirds. And hummingbirds we have. Generally, between the feeder right there and the stick that sticks up. Sorry, my neighbor's vehicle in the middle of the shot. My favorite window is right here. I can sit right there and I can watch the hummingbirds go back and forth from the feeder to these little sticks and to these flowers, and watch them from my favorite chair. So there's no fun in having hummingbirds everywhere if you're not in a place where you can enjoy seeing them. So think about where you set things up so you can enjoy watching them while they're flying all around. And that vine I don't usually plant in a hanging basket, but I decided that I was going to put some up here so that they would be loads of blooms, hopefully. Maybe it'll make a cloud coming down from there of the little Spanish flags. And as the hummingbirds have their babies and there's new ones and they multiply before they go south, hopefully the flowers will multiply too. So have a great day. This is my hummingbird garden and what to plant. I'll try to list them in the more information or description so that if you are interested, you can find them. So have a great day, and I'll be back with more hummingbirds.